Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. So, when I started this series, I had a few messages come through about tips for the rest of us and what kind of tips that we would like to see, what kind of tips there aren't enough out there for. And this was something that came up more than once. And I totally understand why. So, I'm not going to get too crude or crass, but we are going to address the fact that us ladies have particular skincare issues that pop up once a month for, a few days to a week. And it's frustrating for all of us, I think. And, crazy hair. And, so that is what our tip number 4 is all about, is how to deal with skin issues during that time of month. So, ladies, tune in. If this is a sensitive subject for you, or you are one who still gets rosy cheeks talking about it in a public forum, that is okay. You can just lurk. And as a caveat, I know that not all women have this problem, but pretty much all women know of another woman who does. So just because you are watching this does not mean that you are here watching this for yourself. You may be watching this to get tips for your friends. So if somebody else sees you watching, they know that you are a woman who is looking out for other women. Do you feel me? Now that we have that covered, this is going to be a slightly longer tip than the other ones, just because there are a few things I want to talk about in regard to this. Yes, Amy, yes, exactly. Okay, number 1. Hi, Mandy. Number 1, this is not a product to lather on your face or anything like that. This is the eye roll tip, the one that we don't want to acknowledge. I'm not going to say move your body because I'd be a total hypocrite, because I don't do that enough, but we know I kind of just said it because we know we should, right? Move your body, get things moving, the toxins move out, blah, blah, blah. Hi. Water, you guys, water. As much as we want our caffeine when we're feeling sluggish, get it down, get it in, and then move on to water. And I really am trying to do that more. I got my quad shot mocha in this morning instead of dragging out my coffee throughout the day, because this is one of those days where I am dragging. And I said I would embarrass myself, so I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling this, so I'm in the moment sharing my tips with you. Hi, Miss Jennifer. So I moved on to water, and I know I need it because most of us don't get enough water to begin with, but during this time of month, I'm probably going to say it like that every time, we need even more. Where our bodies are depleted, we need it. Your lips are even more chapped. Your eyes are even more sunk and darkened. Your skin is more patchy, yet still oily, yet all weird. You're hot and cold and sweaty. You need your water, ladies. Get one of those infuser thingies and put fruit in it. Drink juice if you have to. Water is always better, but get your fluids in, okay? I'm going to stop talking about that because that's not a pleasant subject for most of us. Moving on. I'm going to do this in an order that works for me. Pick up the tips that work for you, okay? The first thing I'm going to talk about, because this is the order that I do it, when I do it, because I'm not that great at it all the time. I already have these like raccoon eyes, I call them. It comes with the territory of being mulatto, half black, half white. A lot of mixed people in general have different colors on their face to begin with. And frankly, these days, a lot of us are mixed, whether we identify as that or not, just because, this day and age, you just don't know what's in your history anymore, right? We're mixed in one way or another. So if you have dark circles to begin with, they may be more pronounced this time of month. you're not sleeping as well, your body's dehydrated. I don't know what all the reasoning is. I honestly don't, but that is something I notice about mine. Or maybe I'm just more critical of them because I'm more critical of myself. Ah, you can't have caffeine? That is, I don't know what I'd do. The Gatorade's probably not so bad for you, especially this time of month. The Gatorade's probably not so bad. My husband sometimes pulls out Pedialyte when he needs it. So this first one I'm going to do is the Hydro Balm Firming Eye Gel. This is like right now it's a seasonal product. I suspect it might be kept on next year when the new catalog rolls out, but that's my own suspicion. Nobody's said anything to that effect yet. So I still have this little seal thing on because I've been using the product that's still on here. I use my ring finger. It's like this creamy gel, and I apply it under my eyes and up around, like right where your bone is for your eye socket basically, and it helps with your any puffiness that's going on. It adds hydration back to that delicate eye area. If you have fine lines or wrinkles, it helps with that. It smells pleasant. I don't even know what the scent is. It's very light scent, so if you're sensitive to fragrances, it shouldn't like set you off, you know what I mean? And I use my ring finger because you're gonna naturally be more gentle with that skin and you're not going to pull. Does that make sense? I say does that make sense a lot. So that's the first thing. We also have and of course I didn't set it out. I moved my vanity a couple weeks ago and I haven't fully made my new space home. We also have this vitamin C eye serum that is great for brightening the eye area. That is a good alternative, or you could alternate between them or do one in the morning and one at night, or however. It's really awesome. And there's like a face cream that's also vitamin C that's great for at night. Anyway, side note, if that appeals to you more. It smells like banana almost to you. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, Amy. Yeah, maybe. So let that kind of dry a little, I guess. And then we have the next thing. There's almost always some breakout somewhere. Now this time I'm pretty mild, but my common areas are my chin, and you can kind of see scarring from before because I'm a picker. Like if something's raised and I'm absentmindedly thinking or watching TV or fiddling on Facebook, I pick at it, and you can kind of see right here, this is my current one, and it's not as bad as it usually is this time of month. It's scabbing a little bit. Embarrassing, but hey, I said I'd get real. And I know that a lot of women have this issue too. I also get several right up in here, partially because my hair is usually there too. So this time of month, that's a spot where I get oily and blemishes really pop up and pimples really pop up. Sometimes through here I'll get a few, sometimes right around my mouth. It just depends. So those are my common areas. And man, last month I had them like, I had like several crop up in here. I had several over here, and the ones down here. Like my face was just breaking out, and it was this time of month combined with stress. It was like horrible. I was just like, what is going on? My face was freaking out on me. So what I do when I have a mondo blemish or patch of blemishes, or my face just feels like it's on fire because I have so many, I pull out my blemish remedy, is what it's called. And it's a tub like this, And I think they recently changed their packaging. I have a new one in here somewhere. Where did it go? Here it is. It may come looking like this too. This is a more recent one. This is one I haven't opened, of Blemish Remedy. So it may look a little different when you order yours. But this is a dry mineral product, which means that it has pretty much no shelf life as long as you're not like mixing stuff into it too much. And what I do is usually I'll take my concealer brush, which is a nice size brush, fairly flat. It's called a concealer brush. I'll take this brush, I'll tap a good amount of my Blemish Remedy into its own lid. That is weird, Jennifer. But I have heard that before. I have heard that before, that some people react that way. And I just tap it into the minerals and tap the excess off. And then just like with makeup, I will press it into wherever I want it to stay. And it kind of adheres to the skin a little bit better. And just press it in. And I go through and I spot treat wherever I want it to go. Now this stuff, it's called Blemish Remedy, but I want you to know it is not just for blemishes. It promotes healing and it prevents future breakouts. So if you are diligent at using this in the places where you know you're going to get them, you'll start to notice that your breakouts are less severe as time goes on. They heal quicker because it speeds up the process. Now, when I say that it speeds up the process, that also means it's going to come to a head faster if it's going to come to a head. I said we're going to get real. This is not a pleasant topic, you guys, and I know that. But so if this was one of those big red gnarly pimples and you put this on it and let it sit, by the end of the day, it might come to a head already and be draining. You know what I mean? So don't think that this stuff isn't working because all of a sudden that pimple got worse. It is working because it sped up its process and now it's draining. And when you wash your face and you apply this again, it's now going to start healing because all of those toxins are finally coming out of that pore and it's starting to heal again. Does that make sense? I hope so. Let me know if you have questions. So because this speeds up healing and prevents future breakouts, I put it in the areas like this time of month. See, I don't have an active breakout yet over here, but I know this is an area I'm prone to. So I'm putting it a little less thick through there. I put it right through here where my glasses sit, where I know I'm going to be more prone to getting a pimple this time of month in particular. Right down in here a touch. Sometimes right here because I sweat through here and I'm messing around. Yes, wearing my makeup daily, my skin gets better too. Something about the minerals helps draw out the impurities as well. I've noticed that too, Amy. Blemish Remedy or not, with these minerals. This also promotes healing for minor cuts. I have, for example, I don't even know where this came from. So this is something, I'm doing it with my left. This is something that would be great. Like, think of it as your natural Neosporin, kind of. You know what I mean? And you don't have to do it dry. You can make a paste out of it if you prefer to do that for more staying power. My daughter sometimes will get cold sores. I will use this on her cold sores and they go away much quicker that way. Sunburns, overly chapped skin or lips, it's good for if you're not going to be licking on it. You know what I mean? If you can leave it alone. Like my grandmother had she has lung cancer, and she had metastasized a lesion in her brain. So she had radiation therapy, and her whole forehead was very chapped. It looked like a sunburn kind of, but it was like really bad red inflamed chapped skin. And so I used my vitamin C cream and made a paste with the blemish remedy to help that area heal a little bit faster. So this blemish remedy is like my little miracle worker, and I like that it's natural. I know, no cats up in here, no way. I don't even know where it came from, but yeah. But anytime I have a scratch like that, or a little cut or a burn or anything, blemish remedy, blemish remedy, blemish remedy. When Eva was still in diapers, she only wears pull-ups at night now. If she got a little rash that wouldn't go away, I would make a little paste and put it on the worst parts of her rash on her bum at night. And then in the morning, it'd be clear. This is fabulous stuff. So this is a major thing to do if your skin is freaking out this time of month. Argan oil is another good thing to make your paste out of, because if your skin is overproducing oil right now, chances are your skin is actually dry to begin with, and it's freaking out saying, oh my word, you've got the desert going on here. I need moisture. There's not enough good moisture in your skin, so your body's overproducing oil instead. And so you need the good kind of oil. So a little bit of argan oil with your blemish remedy in the right spots can help even out your the balance of your skin, clear up your blemishes, and stop that oil production a little bit. Again, I'm not a scientist, I'm no expert, but I'm telling you from personal experience and what I've seen in others using these products, what the praises that they've been singing to this effect. So these are things that you can try. And this argan oil is one of those products that I mentioned the other day to help with your chapped lips. So I am trying to stick with the same little group of products that I've already shown you, or I'm going to show you over the course of these 10 days, so that you can really see their value and you're not using any one thing for one purpose. You can really see that you can grab one item and use it for a multitude of purposes and really get a great value out of it. Yes, it probably would. It probably would. I mean, depending on how deep it was, if it really did need the stitches, Jennifer, it may not heal it all the way, but it might help with some of the inflammation and help some of the edges like heal up. Yeah, try it. The ingredients in this, I can post the product knowledge sheet later in the comments here, so you can see some of the main ingredients. But it's zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, activated charcoal. It'll help pull out toxins and such. So a lot of the ingredients in there are going to be things that are going to promote healing. So it's not going to hurt. If anything, I would give it a try, especially if you have it and it's been sitting. That's the perfect thing to test it on. I have pictures of somebody who used it on a huge animal bite wound. You could see the stitches in it, and you could see a progression of pictures over time of it healing using this blemish remedy, and how quickly it healed as a result of using the blemish remedy to help with the healing process. So I would definitely give it a try. Like, I've seen it do wonderful things. Like, I call it my little miracle in a jar, and I am not quick to call things a little miracle. You know what I mean? But it does work like astonishingly well. Astonishingly well. Okay, so you get the general idea of this. You can make a paste out of it with a multitude of things. I don't usually use just plain water, simply because different tap waters have different things in it, and you're reintroducing different chemicals and whatever back into it, and you want to keep a pH balance. So use a toner, use a moisture prep, a lotion that you already use on your face, use an argan oil, something along those lines first if you can. I'm not going to tell you don't use water if that's all you have and you really need to make a paste for some reason and that's all you have. But that's why I don't use water first if I need to make a paste. I use one of those other things. It's just because there are other things in our water these days and I don't want to reintroduce that. I want to control what I'm using, especially when it comes to something I'm using specifically to heal right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'll leave that at that. Okay, next. On the same note as the Blemish Remedy, we just came out with a foundation that has the Blemish Remedy ingredients in it. You can do your same foundation color. You can go to confidenceandchaos.com/color match. Sorry, I was having a chat right before I came on. confidenceandchaos.com/color match, and it'll pull up a survey that you can take. Just answer a couple of questions, and it'll tell you which Sweet Minerals foundation color is appropriate for you. If it's working properly at the end, it'll take you straight to the shopping page even that shows you all of the options with your foundation color. If it doesn't, let me know and I will guide you there. One of your options right now is a Clarify Treatment Foundation. So you can get a foundation right now with the Blemish Remedy ingredients in it for cheaper than you can get a regular foundation because it is on an introductory price promotion. So if this is something that you need once a month, or you don't have time to do the spot treatments, or you just need the extra all over, like there are some, if you've watched before, there's been a live or two I've done, I can't remember, it's on this page or over in the Calculated Chaos community, where I've pulled out my long-handled airbrush and my Blemish Remedy, and literally that's all I did that day to show you is my skin's freaking out. I want you to know this is how you can use your Blemish Remedy. And I literally just did my, cleansed my face, did my moisture prep, and, oop, phone call. I don't know that number. Cleansed my face, did my moisture prep, and did a dusting of Blemish Remedy all over my face just to get my skin to calm down. It was like freaking out, like chaotic, and not the chaos I want to embrace, y'all. So, Blemish Remedy all over my face on the days when I was going to stay home. So, it's nice to know that there is now a foundation where I can get the same coverage as my regular foundation and still have the treatment going on. You know what I mean? So I still use my kabuki brush. I still go in and just buff it in. And I just realized I wanted to show you, I'm going to do an extra buffing today just because I wanted to show you how I apply concealer on a day like today. Usually I do it before my foundation, but ooh, that's not concealer. Here's another way. Concealer. I go a shade lighter than comes with my Flawless Face Kit. I do apply it dry, but you can apply it as a cream using any of the same methods that I suggested for making a cream out of your Blemish Remedy. Moisture prep is the most common since that's what you would use before your foundation most likely anyways. But what I do is I press it in under my eye, and then I come down like a triangle. And up inside the corner of my eye as well, to help kind of brighten my whole eye area and wake me up just that much more. Do you see what I mean already? Comparison wise, I mean, I'm still gonna have the creases. I'm still gonna have, I mean, God gave me what he gave me. But just brightening up this area, and I'm not just going where the darkness is, I'm literally doing a triangle right through here to brighten up this whole area. And I am one who does a bit on my lid. It helps prime for my color as well. I don't go as heavy, but I do a bit on my lid as well. And I find that it helps brighten up that area. Do you see what I mean? Like how much brighter my face looks already, how much less tired I look over here just from brightening up my eye area with a lighter foundation or a lighter concealer. Jeez Louise. Talk about a foggy brain today. I don't have any fixes for that, ladies. Sorry. You just gotta power through with that one. So just a rough triangle down. And the important thing to remember when you are doing foundation like this is that you are creating a new canvas. So you do want to finish your flawless face still and add back in a little bit of color. Do your light contour with your bronzer and your blush so that you can have a bit of color back into your cheeks. So you're not just bleh. You know, you got rid of the dark circles and the sunken eyes and brighten your face back up, but you don't want to look like a ghost either, right? So I'll show you how I do that real quick as well. We'll do the quick version of that. All right. And again, the major problem areas, definitely go back over with that too. Here's the beautiful thing about this kind of concealer. It is a mineral concealer. It still has the zinc oxide in it. It is not going to clog up your pores. Your skin can still breathe. Whatever you are concealing is not being suffocated. You're not making your blemishes worse. That's the beautiful thing about using these types of products during this time of month, because you are not adding to the problem. You are making yourself feel better by, you know, covering up the parts that you're not appreciating right now. But in a way, you're also treating those things. You're not suffocating them. You're treating them. You're giving them kind of the medicine that they need to heal while you are helping yourself feel better. You know what I mean? You're not working against yourself like you would be with some other products that would accomplish the same thing in terms of concealing. So that's something to keep in mind. So I'm going to just go back over with my kabuki brush. Normally I would conceal first and then do my foundation, but that's part of my fuzzy brain today. So you can see it doesn't matter which order you do it in. You're okay either way. And then my bronzer that comes with my Flawless Face Kit and the multitasker brush that comes with a Flawless Face Kit. A quick contour right underneath my cheekbone. I just do a fish face so I know where to go. Just a stripe right there. See what I mean? No big deal. And then the blush that comes with your Flawless Face Kit, you don't have to pick colors that work for you because it comes in your kit. All you have to know is what your foundation shade is. confidenceandchaos.com/color match. It takes care of it for you. Just a little color on the apples of your cheeks, and then I kind of swipe it up along where the contour is. Just a little color. Alrighty. And what I like about this is that the Flawless Face Kit also comes with a veil. So if I get a little too crazy with the cheek colors, it kind of mutes it when I do my veil, because the mineral veil helps give you that finished airbrushed look, and it sets your makeup in so that it has that 18+ hour staying power that the Flawless Face is known for, and a little bit more of that waterproof ability. And one of the veils is specifically for oily skin, specifically. So that's nice. It's called Sweet Veil. So you can grab that even if your skin is producing extra oil this time of month. Mine does, but not on that level. So just about any veil is still going to help with the extra oil. So I just apply a little bit extra in the areas where I feel like I'm gonna need that extra absorption. So obviously I still want to do my brows, I still want to do my eyes, but in terms of taking care of the blemishes and taking care of the sunken eyes and brightening up my face, that's the gist of that. The last thing I want to show you that is kind of like an extra thing you can do if you are just really still feeling today and you want an extra pick-me-up. I would probably do this after my eyes were done, before I did my mascara and my lips, because that's how I finish things off. The last mineral thing that I did for my look, but today I'm going to do it as part just to finish this. So I would probably go do my brows and my eyes and then do this, just to give you an idea. But again, your order is whatever makes you feel better. I'm going in with a mineral highlighter or a mineral shimmer. There are both on the website, and all it is something with a little bit of shimmer to it. Some have a slight color, like a little bit of pink or like a frosty white. There are different names. This one's called Glow. I chose it, to be honest, I chose it because it's one of the freebies this month with orders over $100. This comes for free. It's a $20 product and you get it for free. And you can kind of see it's got a little bit of sparkle to it. I'm not a glammy girl, but I noticed this is something I kind of like. Like if you smile and you feel where your cheekbone is, I take this and I kind of pat it in right along my cheekbone to start. I just put some in the cap, right? So same thing, both sides. Cheekbone. You'd probably use a brush for this, but I just feel like I have more control with my finger. Again, I'm not an expert. I won't tell you how to do everything just right. I tell you how to do things the way that I like it. And then the other place to highlight is right down the very top of your nose. Right here. And a little bit right here on your chin. And it just brightens up your face just a little bit more. And you can go super shiny and then kind of a V through here. You can do all of these places. You can do one of these places. You can pick whatever works for you, or none at all, obviously. If my lids were done, I would probably tap a little over whatever color I had right here under my brow bone, right on the inside of my eyes for a little extra, and maybe even right in the center of my eyelid for a little extra brightening right there. Even with my color being done, whatever color I chose for the day. You know what I mean? And then for an extra, just to make sure I don't have any harsh lines, just very lightly, with whatever brush you choose, but for me it's my long-handled airbrush because I know that's what it does. Just very lightly get rid of any weird, harsh line from using my finger. And it just brightens up your face that much more and gives a little shimmer. So if by chance that pimple that you're worried about stood out or whatever, people ain't gonna be noticing that. They're gonna be like, oh, that girl, look at her. She looks fabulous. Look at that glow she has about her. Pun intended, called glow, remember? Those are just a few ways to feel a little bit better about your skin during that time of month. So I hope that you picked up a tip that is helpful for you. And if you're interested, I am going to be doing a drawing or two at some point towards the end of these 10 days of tips. Make sure you have registered over at confidenceandchaos.com/register so that if your name is drawn from the comments, I know where to send your Happy Meal, because I cannot send Happy Meal to you if I do not have your information. So that is how I have your information, is by making sure you register. confidenceandchaos.com/register. And if you have any questions about any of the products or techniques that I used today, throw them down in the comments, or just shoot me a message if you'd prefer to talk to me one-on-one. That's totally okay too. I'll be back tomorrow with tip number 5 out of our 10 tips for the rest of us. Talk to you again soon. Bye.